Welcome to your training today. This training is dear to my heart. It's about fears and insecurities, which I am the number one fearful person, I feel like. I just give you a little background, grew up my entire life just being a fearful person. My prayers would last like a half hour because I'd have to pray for every possible thing that could go wrong and every possible person I could think of to keep them safe. I was a gymnast for 16 years. I was a gymnast, and I cannot tell you how many fears I had. I was the most mental gymnast I have ever known. I would be doing skills perfectly and then all of a sudden quit doing them because I would get in my head and think I couldn't do them. I quit tumbling backwards altogether. Partway through my gymnastics career, I just quit tumbling backwards. All of a sudden I couldn't make myself do it anymore. It was just a big fear. And there were so many times I remember growing up, because gymnastics is a mental sport, it's really hard when you're fearful, that I wanted to quit. And I would go to my parents to tell them I wanted to quit. And my mom always told me, you can quit if you don't like it, but you can't quit because of a fear. You can't quit because you're scared of something. And so I never quit. I wanted to, but it was because I was scared. It wasn't because I didn't love gymnastics. And so over the years, I just kept pushing through those fears as hard as it was and as scary as it was. I kept pushing through them. I found ways around them, and I ended up being able to compete with a Division I collegiate team. I think back and wonder what would have happened if I quit because of those fears. What would have happened if my mom let me quit? Like, I wouldn't have had that amazing experience in college and gotten to the point where I did in my sport because I quit. I let a fear hold me back. And that's like that with so much of life. I feel like so many people don't set big dreams and goals because of fear, or if they have those big dreams and goals, they're too scared to go for them for so many different reasons. Fear holds so many people back, and this business, if you allow it, will teach you to overcome those fears. A big thing you'll want to do, Heather tells us about in our other video, is personal development. I mean, personal development is going to be huge in overcoming these fears and insecurities. You will have fears. You will have doubts and insecurities as you go through this business. Am I good enough? Is anybody going to think that I can help them? Why would they come to me? Could I ever be like those top coaches? You're going to have all those thoughts because every single person does. But it's the ones that move through that fear and move through those insecurities and step outside their comfort zone that are successful in this business. It's not easy, but it's doable. And that's where the personal development and mindset training comes in. I have a couple quotes. Let me see. I put them up here that I loved. Everything you want is on the other side of fear. So all those big goals and dreams that people reach, like you see people so successful, they had to get through those fears and insecurities. They had to get to those fun goals and dreams that they saw in front of them. I had one more. Where is it? Oh, your largest fear carries your greatest growth. So when you get uncomfortable, you guys, that's when you're going to see things change in your business, in your life, and your fitness. Think of fitness. When you are doing a workout and your muscles start getting tired and burning and you start getting uncomfortable, if you push it out a little bit further, that's when your body changes, right? We can't just walk all day and expect huge changes to our body. We have to get uncomfortable to change our body. It's going to be the same with your business. You have to get uncomfortable. You have to get past those fears. That's where you see the growth. Not only the growth in your business, but you will see a ton of growth in yourself and your confidence and your happiness and your mindset and your strength. And that is that's what going through that fear and getting through that uncomfortable zone feels like. So I took a few notes, things that a lot of people are scared of. Introvert, first of all. I was a complete introvert. Not only was I super fearful, the biggest introvert ever. I didn't talk till I was 2 or 3. And even after that, I never talked to anybody, even through grad school, unless they were close friends of mine. I just didn't talk. I didn't show emotion. I just was very introverted. So this business has brought out a lot because I was not a communicator. I still hate talking on the phone. I was very awkward in conversations. I just wasn't a great communicator, and I was very introverted. So don't worry if you feel like you're an introvert, because a lot of the top coaches in this business are self-proclaimed introverts. But it's easier kind of to do things online and to put yourself out there slowly and to get a little more comfortable with communicating. And I cannot tell you how much I have changed in the last 2.5 years just from doing this business. Things that I was nervous about, fearful about when I signed up, sharing selfies, because what would people think? If I became one of those people that's sharing selfies and sharing fitness pictures on social media, aren't all those people following me, my friends, going to roll their eyes? What if they unfriend me? What are they going to think? I was so fearful about what people would think. And as you go through the personal development and as you grow, you're going to realize that those aren't the people that are important. The ones that don't support you aren't the ones that are really important in your life. Those aren't the people that you want to surround yourself with. If you are posting positive things on social media and someone is rolling their eyes or unfriending you or making negative comments, you have to learn that there's something going on inside them that's making them turn it around on you. So we always say hurt people hurt people. So you may get some haters. There's haters out there all the time. And the more successful you get, the more the people that aren't secure in themselves or are dealing with their own issues are going to be negative towards you. You're going to have some of those people. But what you have to realize is that for every one person that may unfriend you or may roll their eyes at your sweaty selfie, there are going to be so many more that are going to be appreciating the things that you're posting, the positivity, the fact that you're being authentic and vulnerable. And you're going to allow those people that need that to not feel quite alone and to be able to see that there is support out there and to see that there is hope for them. I mean, we sometimes get a little vulnerable on our team. Like, that's something we push each other to do. Like, sometimes I talk about anxiety or how I'm overcoming the craziness of my chaotic life with 4 kids. And I can't tell you, when I get vulnerable on social media, as scary as it is, and maybe I'll get an eye roll or an unfriend person, someone unfriending me, I have so many other people that message me and say, thank you for posting that. Like, it is so helpful to know I'm not alone. It's so helpful to know somebody else goes through this. A lot of times people post me and say, you just took the words right out of my head. Like, that's exactly how I was feeling. People relate to that. People want to see real and authentic and vulnerable, and that's scary. It's scary to put yourself out there, but that's what's going to help people. And you have to realize that that one person that might roll their eyes or might unfriend you isn't the person you're trying to talk to anyway. You're trying to talk to those 10 other people that are just waiting to see that there's help out there, to see that there's support, to see that there's other people struggling like them and overcoming it. So think about that when you're posting. Don't think about the one person that might be negative. Think about the 10, 20, 100 other people out there that need that positivity and need someone to speak up on social media in that way. Other fears, let's see, what if I fail? Oh, this is a good one because a lot of people come into coaching and they're like, I don't think I would make a good coach. I'm not at my goal weight. I'm not a leader. Hello, I'm introverted. A lot of people come into it or even are scared to sign up because they're scared they're not good enough. They're scared they're going to fail. They're like, why would anybody want me to be their coach? Like, every coach thinks that, I promise. But here's the thing with me and goals and dreams. I set my goals and dreams super high, like up here high. And I feel like you don't fail. Even if you don't hit those, as long as you're going for them, that's not considered failure. Failure is not even trying and staying down right where you are and just continuing to stay at that level instead of going for these goals and dreams. What if you go for your goals and dreams and you only get halfway? That's not failure. That's success. Look how much you've grown when you're going for those big goals and dreams, so much more than if you wouldn't have even tried and you would have stayed down here. So it's never failure if you're getting closer and closer to your goals and dreams. I might never hit this and become in the Millionaires Club and retire my husband, but I might because I keep seeing other coaches do it. So I set that big goal and dream. And what if I only get halfway? What if I only make it halfway to my husband's income and I'm making my income plus half my husband's income? That's definitely not failure. That is success. So if I just sit here and don't even try, that's what I consider failure. So don't be scared of going for those big goals and dreams. Don't be scared you're going to fail if you go for those big goals and dreams, because at the least, you're going to grow as a person. You're going to grow in your strength inside and your mindset. All of those things are going to change, and that's going to affect your life more than anything. Other fears, let me see. Being salesy, we don't want to be another salesperson on there. There's so many salespeople out on social media now, right? But we really teach you just to share your journey authentically and to build relationships outside of that. Like, that's not salesy. We get to build with our business true relationships. Like, I consider all my customers friends now, and my coaches are really my friends. Like, we get to build real relationships out of this. We're not just selling a product and then moving on. This business is completely different. So embrace it. Embrace sharing your journey. Embrace working on building as many of those relationships as you can and networking, because those people, when they feel a connection with you, are just naturally going to come to you when they have health and fitness needs, because they're seeing your consistency with your journey. And think about this. We are giving them so much more than a product. We are not just salespeople, you guys. We are providing a service that is missing in so many people with their health and fitness. So many people buy health and fitness products. I mean, that is a huge multi-million-dollar market, but they don't have the support and the accountability and someone believing in them that they can actually do it. And that's what we get to provide. We get to provide our support groups, our challenge groups. You get to provide that love and support that they need to actually hit their goals and get their results. So that is so much more, that is worth so much more than what we sell. Another thing, what I like to do is pray a lot, because I try to have my faith and God lead my business. So I know I'm doing it authentically, and I know I'm doing it for the right reasons. So I don't want to come across salesy, but I often will pray before I work my business that God helps me reach out to the right people, that the right people will come into my life that either need me or are going to help me do His purpose with our team. So prayer helps me a lot, and prayer and personal development helps me tons with my mindset. Like, start your business with that. Start with 10 minutes of prayer, or if you're not religious, at least start with 10 minutes of your personal development, because that's going to set the tone for your mind and being able to overcome your fears. The scary part, I see a lot of coaches sign up to coach and then they stop. They don't ever post anything on social media because fear is holding them back. The coaches that can get over that fear, those are the ones that start seeing their business move forward right away. So I know it is scary. I know it's scary, but I promise you it is so worth it when you start having people come to you and say that you've changed their life. My uncle now has lost 100 pounds, you guys, like 100 pounds. That's worth the last 2.5 years by itself. If I only helped one person, that's worth it. So think about that when you're having those fears and insecurities and you're nervous to post on social media. It is all worth it. And when you start getting uncomfortable and start getting a little vulnerable, that is when you're going to start changing lives, I promise. All right, guys, I hope you have a wonderful day, and go do something today that you're scared of.